Hello, class. My goal today is to persuade the class that I believe living together before marriage is better than actually just waiting until you actually marry someone to move in with them. When it comes to emotional well being, young adults, especially women, seem to get as much of a boost from living with a partner as they do from marriage. According to the data collected by Sarah E. Mernitz and Claire Camp Bush, co authors of a recent study out of Ohio State University, the most surprising finding of this study is that women appear to benefit more from the cohabitation than men do. So, I want to present to you a couple of reasons on why I think moving in together with your significant other before marriage is important to a successful life together. And although there may be many reasons, these are the reasons I believe are most important. One reason is you'll find out if your living habits are compatible. You'll know if you guys get along, if if you're more messy or she's more messy, if you guys can handle it, things of that nature. You'll learn to share chores and responsibilities. Not many people come from houses and homes where they don't have to do much. Everything's done by their parents, or and vice versa. Someone could come from a house where they are expected to have a clean house, clean room at all times. So you got to learn how to get along in that way. You'll gain insight into one's another's sexual appetites, and I think that self-explains itself. You'll get a first-hand look at your partner's spending habits. One of the biggest reasons for divorce in America is for financial situations. So I think getting to live with someone before marriage gives you a chance to know whether they are financially responsible, what financial obligations they have, and you'll be able to see if you guys can have a life with that financial harden burden in your guys' relationship. And I think the most important reason why I came with you today is you can see what marriage will really be like. For those of us that have never been in a marriage, we really don't know what it's like. So I think it's very important to basically go on a test run and see what you like about it, what you don't like about it, and more importantly, the person that you're doing that test run with is if you were capable of having a life with them. So that's a couple reasons why I present of what I'm going to present for today. Given this new information about the possible benefits of cohabitation and the controversy surrounding long-term outcomes, it's a good idea to examine your fears and ask questions before making this important step. Although increasing numbers of individuals report less social stigma about cohabitation, many of the people who I've counseled ask these key questions. Will living together lead to marriage? And will it increase my risk of breakup or divorce? Unsurprisingly, there aren't any easy answers to these questions, but one thing is for certain. Researchers have found that before you decide to live with someone, it is incredibly important that you and your partner are on the same page. Dr. John Curtis, author of Happily Unmarried and a marriage and family counselor, writes about the importance of couples discussing expectations before moving in with their partner. He states that the fundamental difference between men and women, according to a recent RAND study, is that many women view living together as a step towards marriage, while many men see it as a test drive. It is true that you could marry your partner without living together first and still get a divorce, and it is also true that you could live together, get married, and be absolutely happy for the rest of your lives and never contemplate a breakup. Since cohabitating couples may more likely to break up than married ones, and studies show that family instability puts children at risk for lowered emotional well-being, couples considering having children should be cautious about cohabitation, according to Wendy Manning. She explains only 1 out of 3 children born to cohabitating parents remain in a stable family through age 12, contrast to nearly 3 out of 4 children born to married parents. So I do believe that this theory would generally work for people who do not have kids, just because from that research, it is correct how there's no more really time for test runs just because you have other people and not just um, yourself and your significant other. So that's when it's just you guys, no kids. I think it is a great opportunity to really know if marriage is an option that you guys would be looking to consider. But when you have children, I just don't think putting the risk of the children is fair to you guys as parents and to the kids. Research about whether living together before marriage increases your risk for divorce is less definitive. It's unclear if it actually increases the risk. If individuals who cohabitate are at slightly high risk for divorce, it may not be because they lived together before marriage. However, it could speak more to their mindset about commitment in general. Is it just greater acceptance of divorce in general? Is it that people who live together have a weaker commitment to the institution of marriage? It depends on who you ask. While there aren't any easy answers to the questions of whether couples should cohabitate, being aware of the benefits and risk involved may help you make a more informed decision. It's essential to recognize that while life doesn't offer any guarantees, open communication and awareness of the issues which confront your relationship will give you the greatest chance of success. To close out, me and my girlfriend of 6 years have recently moved in together for about a year now before marriage, and without kids. You would think that after such a long relationship, I would know her fully, but there is so much more to learn from one another. It has given us a great opportunity to know each other better than being together in separate households. We've came across many challenges that we've never knew would be a problem, and have had to compromise on many things. We also have learned to accept each other's flaws and are currently living our best lives together. Thank you, class.